Arena War is underway, and I don't know about you, Jock, but I can feel the excitement.
Al, the people here tonight are ready for a show. They started tailgating at 8 a.m. I'm surprised any of them are still...
Welcome to a bloodthirsty round of carnage. Take out your opponents using whatever means necessary.
That's right, Al, but remember, you only have one life to live here. So let's do this. Let's go!
On Arena War. Hello, everyone. I'm Al Jerome with the lovely and talented Violet Jordan.
Thank you, Al, baby. We are preparing for an incredible team match of Carnage.
It's a last team standing.
Welcome to a round of carnage.
Do whatever you gotta do to take out your opponent so your team can win.
That's right. We're almost ready.
Excited for this match.
Oh, Carnage, a last team standing competition. Al Jerome with pop star and reality TV celebrity Violet Jordan.
Welcome to a round of carnage.
Do whatever you gotta do to take out your opponent so your team can win.
That's right. We're almost ready. Arena War starts now!
Arena War is back.
Yes, I'm so excited.
A very talented Violet Jordan sitting in the broadcast booth. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Al Jerome.
Al, let's face it.
The crowd are on their feet as we begin this match.
It's a team competition of carnage. You've got to kill everyone in a blind rage.
That's right. Let's get this started. And the member of the orange team is...
Arena War is back.
Yes, I'm so excited.
A very talented Violet Jordan sitting in the broadcast booth. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Al Jerome.
Al, let's face it.
Welcome to a round of carnage.
Do whatever you got to do to take out your opponent so your team can win.
That's right. We're almost ready.
The orange team lost their first team member.
Excited for this match.
Oh, Carnage, a last team standing competition. Al Jerome with pop star and reality TV celebrity Violet.
The crowd are on their feet as we begin this match.
It's a team competition of carnage. You've got to kill everyone in a blind rage.
That's right. Let's get this started.
Snakehead.
Let's go!
She's done it all.
The orange team lost their first team member.
Arena War is back, and tonight we are going to see primal instincts, savagery, and greed come together for another evening's entertainment. Hello, everyone. I'm Al Jerome here with Violet Jordan.
Almost ready to start this team match of Carnage.
That's right. Who is going to get the hundos and who is going home humiliated?
Let's do this. Arena War is underway.
The Orange team lost their first team member.
Chester. Chester. Are you being silly? Right. Oh, it's cool. You're only 12.
Here we are on Arena War. Hello, everyone. I'm Al Jerome with the lovely and talented Violet Jordan.
Thank you, Al, baby. We are preparing for an incredible team match of Carnage.
It's a last team standing battle.
That's right. It's the perfect analogy for America right now. Everyone at each other's throats. Tribalism.
Welcome to a round of Carnage.
Do whatever you got to do to take out your opponent so your team can win.
That's right. We're almost ready. Arena War is underway.
The Orange team lost their first team member.
All this crazy stuff, all this crazy stuff, this fluid animation.
I am
It's just
so
crazy,
excited
crazy
for this
stuff.
match.
Oh,
And then it goes back to the
Carnage,
whole again.
a last
4,
team
5,
standing
6, 7 months.
competition.
And
Al
then we
Jerome
just
with
repeat that
Popstar.
cycle. But now here we are finally at the end of that road, and I think it's just turned out really great. Like I said, really unique. I think everybody's going to really like it.
The reaction to the trailer has been amazing. All positive feedback about it. Super excited. People love it, the story of Into the Pit as well. Into the Pit's probably my favourite Fazbear Fight story. So the feedback about it. What do you see for the future of FNAF? People love it. You see for the future of FNAF spin-offs made by other studios in the future.
Oh, it's definitely a possibility. In fact, I'd really like them to start working on Fetch. I think Fetch would make a really good game after this. You know, some stories obviously cater more toward being a good game than others, but there's something really scary about the thought of something always being out there and kind of watching your house, and then trying to come in and do things for you. Like, this is kind of a scary thought. The thought that I might be online shopping looking for a specific thing, and somehow something out there is hearing that, receiving that, and then going to come to me, sneak inside and put it somewhere without me knowing that it was there. This is a creepy scenario. It's a creepy setup, and I think it'd be a really cool game to have to stop this thing, because obviously Fetch without doing a lot of menacing things, have to sneak around a neighborhood and stop this thing that's sneaking around so undetected. I think it'd be a really cool game. So
Here we
hopefully that'll
are
be the
on
next
Arena
Friday.
War.
We'll see.
Hello, everyone. I'm Al Jerome with the lovely and talented Violet Jordan.
Thank you, Al, baby. We are preparing for an incredible team match.
You could be doing better.
I think something I should have maybe been doing better is I should have had a better structure in place as far as people to talk to the fan base. You know, I've always kept that on myself all during the years, and in the early years, I think that worked great because it was a little indie game, a little indie community, and then the indie dev chatting with the community, talking. But as the years go by, the franchise gets bigger and bigger. I don't know. I feel like I've slowly kind of lost touch with the fan base. Unfortunately, it's not that same. It's not that same relationship that it used to be. I really used to enjoy chatting with everybody. Kind of, I don't know. And I guess that's expected because FNAF is more of a. It is more of a big. It's kind of just kind of a bigger thing now, and it's bigger than one person. And I can't just pretend like I can hop online and chat with everybody and solve everybody's problems anymore. Used to, I kind of could. I could just go in there and chat with everybody and resolve little problems as if it was like just a squabble on a forum. I can always just step in and solve it, but it's just not the same. And I think that I should have realized that sooner. And I'm really only realizing that this year that I really need to have a better structure in place. You know, and the fan base deserves that. The franchise deserves that. The fan base deserves that, to have more people in charge, running a Twitter page, an official news feed, an official news feed, so that there's not so much confusion about what's real, what's not real, real news, fake news. And
the crowd is on their feet here at Maze Bank Arena.
I could have avoided years
People are
of that
ready
if
for
I just
carnage,
kind of
Al. The
had a
internet
better
has made
structure in place with people to listen to, and like I said, a news feed, and someone else to just provide better answers to the fan base. So I'm trying to get all that in place, and I really think I think it would better serve the fan base. I think everybody would be a little happier. It's not just me trying to jump in, straighten things out.
Yeah, I think it's just the right idea. We're recording this in June, but it was announced today. The schedule for what's coming out during that week is really exciting and really good. So people can get excited for the anniversary. They kind of know what's coming, which is really exciting. And communication like that, it's people have really appreciated that. So thank you for doing that, and looking forward to seeing what happens next on the Twitter, what they announce. And apart from the second movie to look forward to, is there anything else you could hint at for the future? Any future titles or any little hints to get people excited for the future?
One of the good things is going to be coming from Steel Wool, but that's going to be announced here in this same week that your interview is going to air. So I think that's it. In fact, I'm not sure if it was right before this or right after this.
Yeah.
It might have been right after this.
Yesterday.
Okay. And obviously everybody knows about the movie, and right now the books are these interactive books, which I read things like that growing up, so I'm excited about those. But I've tried to add some depth into those where you can actually collect items and things like that, so it's really not just about taking a path, it's about taking a path and getting something, and then going to the other path and being able to use something. So it makes it more interesting and more intricate. But yeah, I mean, that's the plan for games and books. And I already told you my hope for the next Mega Cat game. And there is another game planned with Steel Wool, but that's not going to be announced for a while yet. So I can't talk about that. But there is something down the...
Does this look similar? Let me see. Maybe if I put a little nuance to these. No, leave it up. It really elevates the space. Oh God, am I the first to arrive?
The rest will be here soon. Please, come in. Right, Agatha?
Okay, whatever.
Can I interest you?
Okay. Even the game planned with Steel Wool, but that's not going to be announced for a while yet. So I can't talk about that. But there is something down the pipe. Okay. Even beyond what's being announced this week, there's something beyond. But I can't talk about that.
Yeah, so I won't spoil anything. but I read the week before, guys, and it is good. So please, check it out when it comes out. I'm looking forward to the Into the Pit one. VIP is the interactive novel VIP another one as well.
Yes, VIP is one that I did with Collapse, just like you guys. This is going to be free specifically for this event. I mean, I might still be included in a box set later down the road, but no, for this week, it was made specifically for this event. By the same author, I believe, as the week before. So if you enjoyed that one, you'll enjoy VIP. And I really love the story for VIP. I'm not going to ruin it, but it might be one of my favorites. So hopefully everybody really enjoys that.
That's awesome. I'm pretty sure it comes. For the interview, so
okay, great.
Future me, you watching? There is a collab announcement tomorrow from this interview. Whatever it is, I don't know, but it seems that you've been more open with collaborations with games recently. The Funko one as well. Are you more open to more collabs since we last spoke during the last interview? Would you be interested in whatever it is? I don't know, like Fortnite or Dead by Daylight. Have those popped into your head at all? Or
I'm very careful with collaborations because I want to protect the brand and I want to make sure that Five Nights at Freddy's stays as Five Nights at Freddy's. And there are some games where even if I really enjoy the game, it just doesn't feel like a good match. It feels like a mismatch. The brand integrity is the most important thing for me, and keeping everything feeling like it belongs. And so that's really been my only hesitancy. I feel like I am branching out a little bit, and I am a little bit more open to those things than maybe I was in the early years, but I'm still very careful about it. We'll just see. We'll see how things go.
Anything else you would like to add to finish off the interview?
Let's see here. No, I mean, I think things are in a good place. Like I said, I think that the things that are on the horizon are all things to be excited about. And I think that everybody's going to really enjoy. The things that the fan base really going to enjoy. and I wish I could talk about those more, but I don't feel like I can.
So do you think we're going to have another interview in 10 years ago?
It doesn't matter. We can kind of do this a little bit more.
Every 5 years?
Yeah, every 5 years. There we go.
Okay. Shaking your hand.
Just make it a regular thing.
Okay, awesome. The biggest thing that everybody has been begging me for this interview when I announced it is the box. That is, everybody just wants to know anything about it because it's the biggest mystery out of the whole 10 years of FNAF, I would say. Maybe Midnight Motorist is number 2, but yeah, I'd say the box is the biggest mystery that everybody wants, like even a tiny snippet of something. Help.
Okay. Well, I can try to give somewhat of an answer to that, even though it might not be extremely satisfying for a lot of people. So I would encourage people to turn off the interview if they don't want an answer that they might not be happy with. But whenever I'm making these games, there are a lot of things that are in my head that are blowing ideas, and when I have them and put them there, it's the first half of something. It's like a string or a rope, it's like reaching out, and I know that what's there on the other end is there. I trust that it's there. I know that it's there, and then whenever I progress forward, the rest of that just reappears. The rest of it appears and just fits into place perfectly. That's all it makes games have been made. I feel that there's something there, and I make the road to get there for that to be revealed. So then sometimes when things do progress, the roads aren't always the same roads as the ones that have been planned before. And so what that means is, even though at the time something was definitely there, something was definitely reaching out to be there, and I could feel that it was there, the progression of the story didn't go there, and so those strings never got pulled on, and those and the other half of that idea remained in the ether, remained in my subconscious. All of that to say, there is something in the box, but I never pursued it, and I don't know if I can find it again. And I think that that's the best answer that I can possibly give for that.
Scott, thank you so much for the interview. Myself and everybody really does appreciate it. We're looking forward to the future. We're looking forward to this week. Future me is probably stressing out, playing all the demos and getting ready for Into the Pit in a few days. I'm so excited for Into the Pit. I really, really am. And all the fanverse stuff as well. My Pop Goes and The Joy of Creation, that demo. I'm looking forward to playing all of those as well and reading the new book. There's a lot in that week. I'm going to be MIA that whole week. I've already told my friends and family, like, I'm not going to be here for the whole week. Don't call me, don't text me. I'm going to be in this room just doing everything I can that week. And yeah, we really do appreciate it. So yeah, I think that's it. Which is really weird. That hour went so quick. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Without you guys watching the channel,
Back to 3.
Orange is the first with a casualty.
All that takes. Easier to digest. Oh, what's going on, guys? John Coke back again. Hope you're fantastic today, and welcome to the interview with Scott Cawthon. I am so excited and nervous at the same time. I'm so freaking nervous for this, but it's going to be great. I've got a bunch of questions to ask him from all of the games, so FNAF 1 through till Ultimate Custom Night, and the future as well. So we're going to ask him some future updates, what he's planning, and stuff about himself as well. So it's going to be a great interview. Please understand as well that I've got a lot of questions, but I couldn't ask everybody's, of course. I got like literally 10,000 questions from you guys, so I had to pick each ones, and I gave Scott the questions, and we've reviewed them together for the ones he wants to answer. Okay, so yeah, that's all I need to say. Thank you so much for the support, and again, thank you, Scott, for the opportunity to give you an interview. I am incredibly nervous. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I'm incredibly grateful for you guys and Scott as well, and this franchise. And the anniversary to FNAF, 4 years today. It's insane. Let's go.
Seconds away from this match.
Hello? Hello? If you're...
Get rid of that bomb before the timer runs down. Almost ready to start.
That means that you beat 50-20 mode, and I have to do an interview now, which I'm kind of uncomfortable with, but I'm going to do it. Oh, forget it. Okay, I'm done with the phone guy shtick, so I was going to try and keep it going for a while, but no, I think I'll just end it right there.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. That's perfect.
So how are you doing today, Lewis?
I am very scared and nervous, because, you know...
No, that's crazy talk. Yeah, I've been a little anxious about this too, because you know, I tend to ramble on with my answers sometimes, but I haven't prepared any answers for this. I'm just going to try to speak from the heart and just talk about some stuff, and yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, awesome. Because today is the 4-year anniversary of Five Nights at Freddy's. So 4 years. It's crazy.
Yeah, 4 years.
And we'll just get straight into it. So the first game, so 4 years since Five Nights at Freddy's 1, we're going to go straight into that. So, the first question I'd love to ask you, kick it off with, how did you think of the original design of the animatronics, the original game?
You know, the main three characters, Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica, those designs just kind of I didn't really plan ahead like what animals they should be. Those three just kind of seemed natural to me for some reason. You know, the only one I really struggled with was trying to think of the fourth character. You know, who would be on the separate little stage kind of by himself.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember all the options that I originally was kind of debating between. I mean, one of the contenders was a fox, obviously, which ended up winning. The other one was a wolf. Another one was going to be a beaver. But then later I decided against that because I thought that was too on the nose from Chipper, so I decided against that. But yeah, actually, if I remember correctly, I really think that a beaver character was the front runner until I finally decided against him because of Chipper and then went with Fox instead.
Yeah. So Freddy was always going to be the original leader instead of Chipper.
Yeah. Freddy was always going to be the main character. He was the first character that I made. Mm-hmm. It just came naturally. I didn't have to plan him out. I just knew that he was going to be a bear with a top hat holding a microphone.
Yeah.
You know, he was always going to be the leader of the pack.
The next question is, how did you come up with the game mechanics? So sitting alone in an office, not being able to move. I think someone mentioned about Sit and Survive. Did that have any inspiration for that? Any old games inspire you for this one?
Well, I don't think it was Sit and Survive. Sit and Survive was just kind of all of these games. Well, then again, I guess it was my mindset at the time, because my mindset at the time was to make smaller games. Mm-hmm. And that would be kind of a shorter experience, because for a while I was trying to make these, big kind of sweeping epic games like The Desolate Hope and stuff, and it was just too much of a gigantic commitment that ultimately, that they just weren't paying off. And at the time I was really struggling, to find, something to kind of, support my family and everything. And Five Nights at Freddy's was kind of the result of me switching to this idea of making these shorter experiences that I could make a bit faster, without committing, 2 years to them, while also, just making it a really robust experience. It's just a shorter game, So I think that played a big part in it. Everything is designed to where you see everything right away. As soon as you jump in, you're in the experience, and so it doesn't matter if it lasts for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, you're in the middle of it right away. Mm-hmm. And, yeah.
Did anything change along the course of making FNAF 1?
I don't think it had any problems. Lots of the stuff that was in there, I don't know. But Five Nights at Freddy's 1, I think this was a result of just all the right ingredients to be there. I threw a bunch of stuff in there, and then, people would the people who test it would kind of give me, and I'm not my kids, I let other people test it as well. But, they would give me some advice. Like one person said, I think you should leave out Phone Guy. I think that's too much exposition. And then, my mother jumped in and said, I don't think you should have backstory about anybody getting killed. I don't think the game needs that. And then I think I've made a lot of good decisions about what to leave in, and what to take out. And it was just all the right ingredients. All the right ingredients were there, So, I'm really happy with how it turned out.
It really stood out from all of the indie games everybody was playing at that time. And that's definitely how it became successful. It just stood out from any other horror experience as well. So yeah, good job. Really good job. Speaking about it exploding, did you think it was going to, get a huge reaction on the internet?
No, of course not. I mean, but like I said, at the time, I was just trying to, make a bunch of little games to kind of, help support my family. And at the time, I think I was making, slot machine games and just, anything would bring in an extra, $40 or $50 a month, and just trying to accumulate all that stuff up. So no, whenever I mean, don't get me wrong, that wasn't just an afterthought of a game, and that put a lot of, time and effort into Five Nights at Freddy's, obviously. But as far as, expecting it to explode, no, of course not. I remember whenever I released it, I didn't get it on Steam or anything. It was a website called Desera at the time, which was just more immediately welcoming of, anybody who wanted to post games. I think there are other sites that do that now. But, that wasn't just an afterthought of a game, and that put a lot of, time and effort into Five Nights at Freddy's, obviously. But as far as, expecting it to explode, no, of course not. I remember whenever I released it, I didn't get it on Steam or anything. It was a website called Desera at the time, which was just more immediately welcoming of, anybody who wanted to post games. I think there are other sites that do that now. But, I was watching the download count on that, and I was watching it just kind of skyrocket. And, and eventually my wife would come over and she'd be like, let me look at the number, She'd come over every 10 minutes wanting to see, because she was just astonished at how quickly that number was just going from, 5,000 downloads, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. It was just going through the roof just by the minute, And really at the time, I was just kind of enjoying it that evening. I was like, well, this is great, this is, but it'll be over tomorrow, and that was really my mindset. It's like, oh wow, this is, it's a big spike. Everybody's really enjoying it. I wonder what I'm going to make tomorrow. I had no idea that 4 years later, I was still going to be in the middle of a bunch of, Five Nights at Freddy's projects. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's really awesome. Do you have a favourite memory of Five Nights at Freddy's 1?
Yeah, I do. And it's the first jump scare for me and the first jump scare for my two kids, and it was all Bonnie, which thrills me, because Bonnie is kind of the only one that I think is a scary design for me. Like, I've never had a nightmare about any of my own characters except for Bonnie. But yeah, I remember when I was developing the game at the time, Bonnie was just a still image and not an animated jump scare. I just had an image of Bonnie up in your face, so whenever he had reached you, and that startled me. I was flipping through the panels and stuff, and I was intentionally I was testing out the AI. I think I even had a little map showing me that there was a little red dot moving through the building. But even though I was expecting it, I put down the monitor and there was Bonnie looking at me, and it was upsetting. It was startling.
Yeah.
And now, now that doesn't really startle anybody anymore, but at the time, it got me. And so then I was after I'd animated, I was letting my two sons play it, and I was getting to watch I had a good seat behind both of them, so I was able to get a good view of them playing and what they were playing and everything. And I knew what was coming, and they had no idea. and the younger of the two, he got jump scared by Bonnie, and he just launched backward in his chair. Good times tormenting the children.
I mean, you still do. You made them test Ultimate Custom Night as well. 4 years on.
No, I'll tell you what. My two sons, Ian and Braden, they've been great. They've been great supporters. All these years. I couldn't have done any of this without those two. They've been just faithful beta testers for me. And whenever they were really little, I'd pay them through ice cream and stuff like that. But I made a big mistake this last time with Braden. Obviously I don't make them do this, so I tried to incentivize them. And Braden and Braden's gotten wise to it. He's like, well, how about if I go through and beat all these challenges, And so I just thought, well, I don't know, I'll give you, I'll give you $20 for each of the challenges you beat, thinking he was going to beat one or two. I was like, yeah, he'll spend 30 minutes on that. I'll commit 20, $20, $40, $60, whatever. He sat there and he did like a 12-hour marathon on that game. He was playing it nonstop. He was racing so hard in there. And he completed every single one of those challenges except for like the last one, I think. Yeah. That boy made bank that day. He walked away with about $300.
That's right. Let's do this.
Oh, worth it.
yeah, man. But it was totally worth it because he found bugs and glitches that would have been really bad. I mean, that's the whole point. He found these things that I needed to fix before I released the game. So
okay, here's an interesting question about FNAF 1. Was there any reason why the kitchen camera was disabled, like due to gameplay limits on 15 or anything like that?
No. I just thought it would be interesting. I mean, you know, that mechanic ended up not really playing a big role in anything. I think originally, you know, I had wanted, and I did got better with this in later games, how to make audio play a bigger role in it. You know, I got better at that. But in the first one, that was just my attempt to make audio play a bigger part in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of ended up just being just something different and not really being a major mechanic or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a good mechanic to know that Freddy was in the kitchen as well, because when Freddy's in the kitchen, he plays his music, right?
That's right. That's right.
So I think it does play a mechanic, because you know that Freddy's in there, and usually when Freddy's roaming around you see his eyes, but you just see nothing inside there. So when you were making Five Nights at Freddy's 1, were you already planning on making a sequel, or any other ideas what were thinking in your head on what to do?
I definitely left a lot of things open-ended, you know, in case I wanted to expand upon them later. I mean, obviously, like I did not have the entire story planned out, as I know there's much debate about that on the subreddit. Like, oh, you know, she's some kind of mad genius that had, you know, 7 games planned out from the beginning. No, I didn't. But I definitely knew that the story I was telling in the first game was a small snippet of a larger story. Even if I didn't have all the details of that story fleshed out yet, you know, I knew that the story being told in that game was a smaller part of the whole.
And if you could go back in time, is there anything you would change or add to Five Nights at Freddy's 1?
No, not the first one.
Yeah.
I can go back and think about all the other games and be like, I wish I'd done this. I wish I'd done that. But no, the first game was just kind of a perfect storm of the ingredients. It was, you know, it was just the right time. You know, it was when, you know, everybody was really into indie horror games. Yeah. And I think it was the right look, you know, it was the right feel. Because it was something, you know, different than what everybody else was playing. And it was, you know, kind of a type of horror game, or at least the antagonists were something that hadn't really been explored in horror games, I didn't feel. You know, the idea of animatronic creatures. So, and you know, everybody really liked Foam Guy. Obviously, everybody liked the little Easter eggs thrown in and the backstory. No, it was just a good mix of ingredients, and it was kind of lightning in a bottle.
Arena War. Hello, everyone. I'm Al Jerome.
And I'm Jock Cranley, gearing up for Hot Bomb. You know, Al, I love this game.
So much excitement. It's a team match. Even if you lose, you still have a chance of winning.
I love that. Sort of reminds me of Rehab.
Teammates help each other get rid of the bomb before the time runs out. This might be my favorite match.
I don't think I was ever able to fully capture that again, and I don't think I really will be able to, and that's okay. I mean, like I said, that was kind of lightning in a bottle.
Right, we'll go on to Five Nights at Freddy's 2 next. November 2014. If you didn't make this game, I wouldn't be here now, basically. Honestly, it's the truth. So FNAF 2 is the game that really means a lot to me, and I'll be forever grateful for it. So, yeah, thank you. Just wanted to quickly plug that in.
Good.
I appreciate it. About Five Nights at Freddy's 2, how did you get the idea for, you know, changing the mechanics up a little bit? So the masks and the vents, you know, watching the puppet.
You know, there wasn't a really in-depth planning phase. For like the overall feel of the games, like a lot of these were, I just kind of knew what they were supposed to be, or just kind of felt the way that the series should progress. Like I knew that part 2 should be chaotic. You know, part 2 should be, you know, a lot more chaotic than the first one. It should be just crazy. It should be overwhelming panic. And then I also knew, even at that time, before I was working on part 2, I knew that 3 should be a very personal experience. It should be the opposite of what 2 was. You know, part 3 should be kind of one-on-one. And I knew that part 4 should be kind of unique. as far as settings and things like that. And I knew that part 5 should be kind of high tech, and I even kind of already had color schemes picked out. Like I knew that part 5 should kind of be purples and blues.
Yeah.
I knew that 3 should be kind of green, and I knew that 2 should be kind of 2 should be feel kind of industrial, which I think that does.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I'm not really sure. And maybe there was more to it at the time, but you know, it all happened so fast, you know.
Yeah. Did you have any scrapped content or anything for the game? Because some people mentioned the toxicity. Is that the toxicity meter?
Right. The toxic meter. I think, if I remember correctly, I think that the toxic meter was an early idea on just something so that players couldn't put the mask on and leave it on forever.
Yes, leave it on forever.
I had the idea that if you put the mask on, this meter starts running out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That didn't really seem to fit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just didn't seem to. It just didn't make quite as much sense. And so then the way that I solved it was, you know, obviously having the need to go on the music box every once in a while, and the fact that, you know, Foxy was immune to the mask. You know, so I came up with other ways that felt a little more natural than just putting on the mask and seeing a meter deplete. Like, oh, okay, I can only wear this for 5 seconds. It seemed a little too artificial.
And it worked perfectly anyway, so I don't think it was needed anyway because of what you just said. The things that you've added, you're not going to always keep the mask on forever anyway. So, was there a reason why you decided to remove Toy Chica's beak after she left the stage to make her more creepy, right?
You know, once again, I'm not entirely sure what my mindset was on that. I think it was just kind of a way to distinguish her, stage presence Chica from now I'm a monster coming to get you. You know, like if she's entered attack mode or something. You know. Well, once again, actually, I think maybe part of it is because, like, you know, a classic Chica, even on stage, is still kind of creepy looking, but the toy versions, just in their standing state on stage, weren't quite as creepy. I mean, I think Toy Bonnie still retains some of that, but, like, Toy Chica isn't creepy.
Mom? We're going to get you back tomorrow. Tomorrow? You're getting tomorrow. Do your eyes in a minute though. How are they? Huh? Won't be too bad. A little bit of that. This was still.
A standing room only crowd here at Maze Bank Arena.
Oh yeah, it feels like a fire hazard.
It is a fire
I like all my
hazard.
jelly beans on the spot. Maybe we should put something else in it, like
Seconds away from this match
balls,
of hot bomb.
a bit light.
The teams are
Maybe
squaring
it's a
off.
full hand.
Get rid of that bomb before the timer runs down. Almost ready to start.
I really like this. I like Halloween stuff. If it wasn't Halloween, it would be a boring, normal look. But because it's Halloween, because it came out Halloween, but skeleton look. It's pretty cool.
Orange is the first for the casualty.
Oh, I got that pop pop from you. Oh yeah, I got that Coca-Cola Southern Red look. Get me that lesson. Getting in the bathroom, yes I am. Is it your car? Is that your... See the minute up here.
Scary looking. Toy Chica by herself isn't very scary, I didn't think. And, so removing the beak was just one thing to just kind of push it into, you know, making her look a little more uncomfortable.
How did you come up with the mini games? Because this was the first game to ever have mini games. Was this to show the law, not on paper, if that makes sense.
Here we are, Arena War.
This place is, as they say, crunk.
Whoa, crunk to the max on our sponsor, Sprung Fuel. I'm Al Jerome with the very famous...
We can register win.
Crowd is on their feet for this team match of hot ball. If you've got it, get rid of it fast. That's right. Let's do this.
What difference do you make?
Arena War starts now. All the orange team loses the combat first.
I love you even more than you love me. Oh, I don't think so. I can't believe it was in that programme. I can't believe I was in that programme.
A standing room only crowd
Right.
here at Maze
That
Bank
love
Arena.
style.
Oh, yeah, it feels like a fire hazard.
It is a fire hazard. It's a...
Josh, we're all set to start this match of hot ball.
It is exciting. It's not about teams. There's no me and team.
Actually, there is. We're about to get this underway.
Orange is a man down. The first...
Arena War is underway, and I don't know about you, Josh, but I can feel the excitement.
Al, the people here tonight are ready for a show. They started tailgating at 8 a.m.
Seconds away from this match of hot ball.
The teams are squaring off.
Get rid of that bomb before the timer runs down. Almost ready to start. Arena War starts now. All the orange team loses the combat first.
It's the TV show taking America by storm, Arena War. Hello, everyone. I'm Al Jerome.
And I'm Jock Cranley. You know, Al, there are a lot of people excited about this match.
Mostly our sponsors who love to monetize tragedy.
That's a...
Jock, we're all set to start this match of hot ball. It is exciting. It's not about teams. There's no me and team. Actually, there is. We're about to get this underway.
Orange is the first with a casualty.
Chester. Hello. Just rabbit. Let me take it. Let me just put it down the toilet. No. No, I'll put it in the toilet. I'll put it in the toilet. Well, we went late, man. Almost.
Here we are, Arena War.
This place is, as they say, crunk.
Whoa, crunk to the max on our sponsor, Sprung Fuel.
Jock, we're all set to start this match of hot ball. It is exciting. It's not about teams. There's no me and team. Actually, there is. We're about to get this underway. Let's go! Orange is a man down. The first one.
Sense. So, you know, instead of just giving like this and this and this, oh, blah, 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 killer killed 5 kids, yada, yada, yada. But instead you didn't show it on paper, you put it into a mini game.
Right. I think it was because, I don't know, I wanted to keep the gameplay experience similar, but I also wanted to make the game a little bit more fleshed out than the first one, and so that just seemed like a kind of a natural way to do that, where, you know, while not interfering with the gameplay, you know, putting it in kind of an unexpected way that would make it interesting, but while also not making the player feel like they're forced to sit through cutscenes, things like that.
Do you have any good memories of FNAF 2 at all, or bad?
That was a really stressful time for me, I think, because obviously, you know, my life was changing a lot at that point. You know, there was there was a big frenzy going on with just all aspects of my life. And I was really trying to work on that, but I mean, there's still good memory. But I just wouldn't want to revisit that. You know, it was really chaotic, and I was really stressed out. So I mean, all good memories, but I wouldn't want to revisit it.
Okay, we'll move on to Five Nights at Freddy's 3 then. So this is when I emailed you for early access. I literally had only like I think it was like 6K subs or something like that, and I've still got the email. I was like, hey Scott, my name's Stork, I like FNAF videos. Is there any chance I could get it early? I could get it early when it comes out? And you said yeah. You put me on your list, which is insane. And that, like, honestly,
I've still got that list. I've still got that list on my desktop, the same one from all those years ago. And it's literally called my the VIP list.
yeah, you said that in the email. You said I'll put you on the VIP list, and I was so happy. I was screaming when you replied. Oh, such a good memory.
And I don't use that list very often anymore, but I still keep it, because you never know. You never know what's going to come up, for future events. I always keep that VIP list.
That's awesome. Am I still on it?
Yeah, of course you're still on it. Yeah, everybody's. I never take anybody off the VIP list.
Okay, so I can be bad, and then you'll never take me off, right?
Arena War. Hot
Well, I mean, don't test it.
always big in the ratings. That's right, Al. It's
I was kind of testing it with Ultimate Custom Night with this 50-20 mode fiasco. Five Nights at Freddy's 3, another good memory for me. February. After this game came out, I was in university studying law at the time, and I quit to carry on with this game franchise for my channel. So yeah, another good memory with FNAF 3. First off, how did you think of Springtrap?
I don't know. Once again, he was just the character for that game. I did not sketch out a whole bunch of characters and write pros and cons lists. He was just the natural. He was just the natural villain for that. I knew what the villain was supposed to be, and I just kind of started modeling him, and he just kind of came together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This model was like a big difference compared to the other ones that you did, because you had to go through all the details of the, it being withered and having like body parts and gore and stuff like that.
Yeah, so he did take longer to model, and his purple corpse is in that whole body that whole time.
Yeah.
Even though the majority of the game you never see it.
Yeah.
That purple guy, he's in there.
Yeah, and well, we got those secret images.
Yeah, that's true. You get to see him a little bit.
Yeah, and the troll. Was this the first time you did the troll game as well? Was this the first? This was when you first.
Yep, it sure was.
The launch of the troll games.
Yeah, that was the first troll game.
And it was.
Sure was.
Oh, we were. It was like a platformer from one of your old games, right?
Yeah, it was, old games. There is no pause button.
Yes, that's it. Yes. But that was the first time we saw Springtrap as well, because you put Springtrap in the menu, and there were some frames where he did have his his mask and stuff going crazy, like coming on and off. But
that's right.
I remember the first teaser you did with He Always Comes Back and stuff, and people originally thought that it was like Fredbear, didn't they? Instead of being
they thought it was Golden Freddy,
yeah, instead of it being like a rabbit character. So I remember those times. Like, I was one of them, by the way. I originally thought it was Golden Freddy. This game was when things went a little bit crazy with like the mini games and stuff, and the good ending and the bad ending. If you can answer this, which ending really happens?
I've given a lot of thought as to whether or not I should answer this question.
Okay.
And I went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And the answer is very interesting.
Okay.
The answer is very interesting. The answer is complex.
Okay.
However, I'm not going to answer it because it's only going to cause strife. I mean, you see the kind of trouble that erupted, especially several years ago. The flame wars that would go on over Mangel's gender, something as simple as that. I mean, people with torches and pitchforks. I don't think I'm going to answer this one, I'm afraid.
So,
let's face it, football is
the
boring.
good ending,
Ratings are terrible.
it was very, sad, and it seemed like it was like the end of the franchise. Was this meant to be the final game?
I think when I was making that game, in my mind, that was the end of a trilogy.
Yeah.
I think in my mind the original, the story, was going to be 3 games. And in all honesty, I think Five Nights at Freddy's 3 was where I kind of started letting myself be driven a little bit more by criticisms of the game than maybe I had before. Before it was really, really excited, you know, happy to have all this stuff. But whenever 3 came out, I really was starting to pay attention to criticism. You know, for instance, you know, even though I may have, you know, in some, you know, alternate life, may have left the series alone at 3, people were not happy with the jump scare, and it's kind of as simple as that. People weren't happy with the jump scare of Springtrap, and that really bothered me. And so then that kind of, in my mind, that wouldn't let the series rest in a way, because I wanted to make another entry that was really, really scary.
Yeah. Arena War is back.
And I think I accomplished that.
A very talented Violet Jordan sitting in the broadcast booth.
Really cool, really quick, unexpected jump scares that would kind of make you jerk. So yeah, so honestly, the series kind of was nudged forward by me wanting to improve upon the last one.
Okay, awesome. That's interesting. Speaking about Five Nights at Freddy's 4, this was the next one. July. Well, you originally planned it for it to be a Halloween release, right? And then you released it in July.
Well, I have things to do. You know, the way that I see it is that I have something ready to go.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I mean, what's the point? You know, I'm not a, you know, I wasn't a gigantic corporation, you know, with, you know, releasing, you know, advertise with a big marketing campaign, targeting a specific date, trying to squeeze it between other releases. You know, I mean, I had people who were excited about the game and who were looking forward to it, and those are the only people I was thinking about. I was like, hey, you know, there's a fan base here, and they're excited for this. You know, why not just go ahead and let them have it, and I'll just hop into the next project. You know, and that served me really well for, you know, for the majority of the games.
Yeah. So I remember I was on holiday, wasn't I? And you emailed me about doing a first thoughts on the game. And I remember you emailing me, like, I think it was like literally the day after, saying, you know what, I'm just going to release it. So I think that made everybody excited about it, though. Like, everyone was like, right, we know what it's like now. Stop, please, just release it now. Because, and you did so. I think, like, you know, I played it on holiday and have a lot of good memories playing through it. You know, while I'm screaming when people are next door to me, you know, on cruise ships, cabins are really close together. So I was full on screaming in my cabin. I was honestly wondering what the next door neighbours were thinking about what the hell I was doing.
Well, I'm glad that it ended up being a good memory. Sorry to stress you out. You're not the only person that I stressed out, by the way. So don't feel like you were getting isolated, trying to cause you trouble. I think, if I remember correctly, right after I released Five Nights at Freddy's 4, I was sending out emails saying, hey, this game's out. And I sent one to Markiplier, you know, and he emailed me back saying, you know, dude, I can't play this. I just got to, you know, this game conference just started. It's going to be going on for 4 days. You know, so I stressed him out too, because obviously at the time everybody was pestering him, you know, to play it immediately. And I think that he was able to, being the good sport that he is, he's still just like you did. You know, even though you were inconvenienced, you still found time to, you know, do videos.
Yeah, I always try to. If you remember with FNAF World, and I was in hospital, I still played it.
yeah, that's right, you sure were.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh, I could never miss anything, ever. So with Five Nights at Freddy's 4, like you said, I think you basically answered this question anyway. But the game and the mechanics, like you said that you wanted to make this more scarier, and you know, back to like, you know, being anxious all the time. And the interesting thing you did with this one is, I feel like every game you make, you try and implement a new mechanic that you haven't done before. And this one was specifically to do with sound, because you had to go to the doors and listen closely for breathing. And I think that impacted the jump scare, like, a million times as scary because, you know, you're full on listening to the game. You have to listen to the game. So when you get that jump scare out of nowhere while you're listening, waiting for them to breathe, you know, I think that really, you know, made the game stand out.
Yeah, well, lots of the games were kind of experimental with different ways of initiating, you know, the jump scare to see what was really effective. And yeah, I think looking into, you know, this big dark chasm in front of you, not knowing if there's a face, you know, 2 inches from your own face looking back at you, and you haven't commit to turn on the flashlight, and then you know, I think that would really work. I think that would really work.
Yeah, it's terrifying. So how were these to model? Were they, you know, just as hard as Springtrap? You know, because it seemed like you were going all out on these Nightmare animatronics, the designs.
Yeah, the Nightmare animatronics were probably the most elaborate to model. I mean, I remember, anytime I start a new game, that's always the most difficult phase, just starting into the modeling phase, because I know that it's going to take a really long time. It takes a lot of patience, you know, a lot of attention to detail. You know, the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 models weren't that bad. I think I modeled Freddy in 2 days, and then I think I took that model and adjusted to make Bonnie in another day. And then the ones from Five Nights at Freddy's 2 were probably about the same day, maybe, you know, 1 or 2 days per character. And, I mean, that's working all day on them, but still just a day or two per character.
Yeah.
I think Springtrap took maybe 4 or 5 days to make him. Yeah. And each of the Nightmare animatronics, I think I spent about a week and a half on each one.
Right.
I think a couple of them even 2 weeks on each one, just because lots of teeth, you know, lots of tears in the fabric, you know, which are not texture mapped on. I mean, those are actually kind of torn out into the model, because I think it looks a lot more convincing than trying to, you know, texture map them on there. You know, so I'd have to go in there really close, and I would have to actually, you know, cut into that character, you know, delete polygons and then straighten them all out to make them look like they're sharp corners rather than, you know, blocky squares. You know, there's a lot of work. But I mean, it's totally worth it, though, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So, about the models, people were wondering about Foxy's tongue. So, Foxy originally had a tongue in the teaser. Did you take that out because of implications of the game or anything?
You know, I took it out because I didn't think it was, like, it was scary on the teaser. You know, there's something about the, you know, those, you know, long snake-like demonic tongues that they're kind of cool in theory, but they're not really scary in practice. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a monster in a movie, you know, extend out, you know, its long tongue and, you know, snake it around and then me be scared by it. You know, that's not very scary. So yeah, so I just took it out.
Yeah, awesome. About this game, it created a bit of a divide between people, specifically the box at the end, and then the TV advertisement with 1983, and then the Bite of 87 debate. How do you feel about the reactions to that?
Kind of like with Five Nights at Freddy's 3, where there was something I was kind of left unsatisfied with. The reaction to Five Nights at Freddy's 4, and the box is tied into this, you know, very, very closely. I don't think that people weren't really happy from a lore standpoint, you know, even though I got the jump scares kind of right.
Yeah.
And the box really fit into that lore aspect. I felt that it had all gone kind of it had strayed too far from an actual story in a way. Me just saying that, I'm going to get torn apart for even saying that, because people are going to look at what I've ended up with. They're like, "And you call this a story?" But by Five Nights at Freddy's 4, it kind of went a little too broad. It cast its net too wide for interpretation. I guess that's the best way to say it. You know, it went too broad for interpretation, and that left people unsatisfied. You know, because whereas the other ones, there were mysteries, 4 ended up just too mysterious to the point where you really couldn't, you know, there was no real way to figure out what was going on. It left people unsatisfied. And like I said, with, you know, jumping from 3 to 4, I knew that I had to go in and straighten that out. Like, you know, people aren't really happy with this. You know, I need to make another game. I need to kind of ground this again, not necessarily in reality, but I need to ground it in kind of storytelling again. You know, and really lay this down with like with what's going on. You know, obviously I watch all the game theory videos, you know, and you know, me and Matt sometimes had an antagonistic relationship back and forth. You know, I inconvenience him with my games, and sometimes he inconveniences me with his theories, you know, but it's all in good fun, you know. But I'll tell you, he did a video on that box, and he kind of said that he thinks the contents of the box changed over the years. You know, and I bet nobody gave that a whole lot of thought, but I saw that and I was like, he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. The contents of that box have changed over the years because, you know, it's for that very reason. It's because, you know, of what I was intending the game to be when it happened, and then after the reaction of it, I was like, I need to craft this into something better for the people who see this as important, and that kind of indirectly does change the contents of the box, you know, because it changes the contents of everything that came before. Yeah, so I thought that was an interesting observation on his part.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned this on one of your Steam posts or something, that you put some things into this location to ground out the story of FNAF 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right, so I mentioned about the hospital fiasco. This was when FNAF World was on the scene.
Here we are on Arena War. Hello, everyone. I'm Al Jerome with the lovely
why
and
did you
talented
decide to
Violet
change
Jordan.
things up and make FNAF World?
Well, I do have some reasons for why I made it, even though they're not. It doesn't mean it was a good idea. Just because I want to go ahead and get that out front. Just because I had reasons for making it doesn't mean it was a good idea. But you know, one part of it was just that, I mean, you know, there's only so much that you can let your mind focus on, you know, murders and tragedy and stuff like that. Before it's, you know, you kind of start tracking, even if it's the stories that you're making up, there's only so much human suffering that the human mind can sit around and think about. And at that point, you know, I was 2 years in, you know, just fully committed to this grisly story of murders. And I had to make something more lighthearted. And in hindsight, what I should have done is, you know, I should have used that for a troll game, or I should have, you know, made something like, you know, Foxy Fighters. You know, I should have just done something that was obviously for fun and not tried to somehow tie it in to a canon game. You know, and that's obvious to me now. But like I'm saying, you know, like I was saying, I wasn't thinking completely rationally at the time. You know, and whereas, like I was saying, Five Nights at Freddy's 1 was the right game at the right time, FNAF World, that wasn't a good time for it to be made, because I was already in the rhythm of making games that were, you know, coming out not too far apart from each other. You know, I was making them pretty fast, and that's what people were wanting and expecting, and that's what I was wanting to do anyway. I'm not, you know, blaming people for wanting that. That's why I had created that pattern, and I was happy with that. I liked making games really fast, you know, but that was just a really poor decision of a game to try to make fast. You know, in hindsight, like now would have probably been a better time to sit back and work on something like that. I mean, you know, like after all the after I was kind of satisfied with all the canon games and other companies that, you know, kind of taken on some other projects, then I could sit back and maybe enjoy making an RPG, you know, and spend a couple of years on it, you know, and just make something really nice, kind of, you know, that looks like the Desolate Hope, you know, really make some nice 3D models for us. Oh, and another mistake I made was FNAF World. I was designing it for mobile. I don't know, you know, this is a whole separate interview about what was wrong with FNAF World, so let's just move along.
Okay. So how would you treat the game now as an experience? Like, have you learned anything making this game?
Oh yeah, I learned a lot. Yeah, in fact, right before you called, I was kind of thinking over that game, and I realized that, you know, that's probably the least valuable game I've ever made as far as profit is concerned. Mm-hmm. But it's also the single most valuable game out of the entire franchise. And the reason is because what I learned from FNAF World is what is driving every single project going on right now. It is serving as the gemstone of quality control in my mind, and it has solidified exactly what I have to do going forward. If I was treating the movie as I was treating my game series at the time I made FNAF World, we would be 3 movies into the FNAF movies by now. and they would probably be terrible. You know, if I had the mindset that, oh, hey, it's Five Nights at Freddy's, people will love it, you know, regardless of quality, then we would already have several movies and they would all be terrible. I mean, you know, and this, you know, Ultimate Custom Night would have come out way too soon, and it just served as a really important lesson for me that you should never take. It taught me to never take for granted.
Yeah.
How special it is to have a group of people who are eager to play what you make. Whenever I made the, you know, I'll use the Deathblood Hope as my example again. I saw one person made a piece of fan art of that on the internet. I found it on Google, someone had drawn one of the characters, and that was the most special thing to me in the world. That someone had drawn a picture of one of my characters. Like, I can't even tell you how important seeing that one drawing was. And this is just, you know, I have no idea who it was. You know, but then, you know, to have a fan base and to have kids that are drawing these pictures and, you know, sending, I got a letter from the other day addressed to Foxy.
Oh.
You know, and God bless the post office in my town for knowing me and for sending me these letters anyway. I kid you not, it was addressed to Foxy, only to Foxy, and I think below it might have had some other clue as to who it was for, but the post office made sure to pass it along to me. You know, I mean, how awesome is that? You know, and the letter was written to Foxy. You know, it was asking Foxy a question.
That's so awesome.
You know, that's so. There's nothing more priceless than that.
Yeah.
You know, and to have a fan base, you know, of people who care about these characters in the game. You know, that is the only thing that matters. You know, and they should never be taken for granted.
Yeah.
And you know. And, you know, who cares if something is commercial and who cares if something is going to make a whole bunch of money? You know, you just have to make sure that whenever those people finally get to see this next thing, that it's something that lifts them up and makes them happy, and it's something that it was everything that they wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's all that matters, you know. And I need to write that kit back. I'm going to go get a big envelope and put a bunch of Foxy plush toys in, and I'm going to write a letter as Foxy. I've never done that before, but I'm going to totally do it. And I'm going to make a little tear in the paper and say that it was my hook. I'm going to totally do that.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really awesome.
That's a long story, but no, FNAF World taught me to never take for granted your fan base.
Yeah, exactly. And the final question, which everybody's wanted to ask, is will Chipper ever return like he said he would?
Hey, Chipper is, listen, all of these games are haunted by different spirits, right?
Right.
But the real spirit haunting this whole franchise is Chipper. Chipper is haunting this whole franchise. I mean, I received a box of merchandise the other day, you know, like manufacturer samples, and there's a plush toy of Chipper, little L Chip, you know.
Yeah.
But I held that plush toy, and I was looking at L Chip, and I was thinking to myself, you know, you got merch. You got merch, Chipper.
Yeah.
You know, you were an abysmal failure, but you found your way into this merch. And here you sit with that goofy grin on your face, you know.
So
Chipper's already back. He's infiltrated the franchise.
Yeah. Well, so L Chip to you was a reference to Chipper.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, thought so. Now, this location, I feel like this was like the biggest change in the franchise because you added voice actors, you know, you went beyond the limits of Click Team to a lot of people where, you know, you added a sense of free roam. Where, you know, you added a sense of free roam in this like huge location. Is that maybe why you decided to put voice acting in to change things up a little bit?
I think for Final Fantasy 1 through 4, I consider that all like one sitting for me. Like I sat down, I feel like I just sat down and made all 4 games in one sitting.
Yeah.
And it was only after that I sat back and thought, you know, how can I improve upon this? How can I add something new? And so that's when I was, you know, entertaining new ideas in my mind.
Yeah.
And yeah, voice acting just kind of, I don't remember exactly what it was, but man, I'm sure glad that I did. You know, I thought it was just some incredible talent, you know, that got to use Obviously, I mean, almost all of them, if not all of the voice actors that got for sister locations have come back to reprise their roles or other roles, you know.
Yeah. Exactly, that's awesome.
Amazing people.
Yeah, they really are. Hello, by the way, voice actors, if you're watching.
Hello, voice actors.
The crowd is on their feet here at Maze Bank Arena.
So,
Arena
I think you basically answered some of these. So I asked, like, what inspired you to make the game style so different. I mean, like, I think you've answered that throughout the interview. You just wanted to make something different compared to the others. So, how were these two modelled and designed?
I think the sister location characters are probably were my favorite ones to model. I really like the metallic kind of look. I always kind of tend to lean sci-fi, which has actually gotten me in trouble a couple of times with this franchise. You know, anytime I try to lean sci-fi with my natural inclination, you know, people are like, hey, whoa, this is a horror story, and then I have to somehow try to guide it back, you know. And then rightfully so, the first game's a horror movie, it's not sci-fi. But yeah, I don't know, I just, I wanted it to be sci-fi, I wanted it to look really sleek and polished, and you know, I really enjoyed modeling all of those characters. And yeah, like I said, I think those are probably some of my favorite characters of the series.
So here's an interesting one, which I don't know if you're going to answer or not. So in Night 4, when we're inside the suit, a lot of people wanted to know, whose suit is that?
Whose suit is that? I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to answer that for you.
That's fine.
That's going to have to remain a topic of discussion.
Any memories or favourite moments?
I really enjoyed making that game. I have nothing but good memories about that. Yeah,
Awesome.
I really enjoyed making that, and I really enjoyed working on the trailer. I think that's my favorite trailer, the ones that I made, and I love seeing the reactions. Everybody just seems to, and honestly, I think that's what creates the memories for me, is just seeing how things are kind of received. And you know, obviously, if something is received really well, then I know I did my job right. You know, and I know that I did something right. And yeah, being able to, so I think my favorite moment was getting to release that trailer and just seeing all the excitement from it. And then I knew that I was on the right track.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that trailer. I think I did a reaction. Yes, I did. I did a reaction. I loved it. It's so good and different as well, compared to your other trailers too. Because I think the favourite trailers from you, to me, are most likely FNAF 3 and Sister Location.
1 second.
I love it when you put like
excited for this match.
Oh, Carnage, a last team standing competition. Al Jerome with pop star and reality TV celebrity Violet Jordan.
That's me, and this crowd is ecstatic, Al. They are ready for some blood, and these teams are ready to get that bread. Cheddar, notes, loot, hoorah.
That's right, Violet. Youth terms. Love it. Meme it. These teams will need to take out their opponents by any means necessary.
You know, you gotta fight. You gotta fight dirty. You got one life to live, so live it on TV. It's working for me, right? Yeah, it worked for me. You know it worked for me.
The crowd are on their feet as we begin this match.
It's a team competition of carnage. You've got to kill everyone in a blind rage.
That's right. Let's get this started. Let's go!
Yeah.
The crowd are on their feet as we begin this match.
It's a team competition of carnage. You've got to kill everyone in a blind rage.
That's right. Let's get this started. Arena War starts now. First casualty for the Orange team.
Place is, as they say, crunk.
Whoa, crunk to the max on our sponsor, Sprunk Fuel. I'm Al Jerome with the very famous Jock Crandley.
Well, thanks, Al. I wouldn't miss this for the world. A stadium packed with rabid lunatics full of liquor and opioids that you can sell T-shirts and hats to? This is modern entertainment at its finest.
Oh, boy, are they excited. We're going to see some phenomenal matches here tonight. Guts, glory, or go home. This is Arena War.
for this team matchup hot bomb. If you've got it, get rid of it fast. That's right. Let's do this.
A standing room only crowd here at Maze Bank Arena.
Oh, yeah, it feels like a fire hazard.
It is a fire hazard.
Jock, we're all set to start this match of hot bomb. It is exciting. It's not about teams. There's no me and team. Actually, there is. We're about to get this underway.
It's the TV show taking America by storm. Arena War. Hello, everyone. I'm Al Jerome.
And I'm Jock Cranley. You know, Al, there are a lot of people excited about this match.
Mostly our sponsors who love to monetize tragedy.
That's a politician's job.
This is Hot Bomb. Last team standing. If you've got the bomb.
Crowd is on their feet for this team matchup hot bomb. If you've got it, get rid of it fast. That's right. Let's do this. Let's go.
It's the TV show taking America by storm, Arena War. Hello, everyone. I'm Al Jerome.
And I'm Jock Cranley. You know, Al, there are a lot of people excited about it.
Seconds away from this match of hot bomb. The teams are squaring off. Get rid of that bomb before the timer runs down. Almost ready to start. Arena War is underway. Orange is a man down. The first one out.
It's the TV show taking America by storm, Arena War. Hello, everyone. I'm Al Jerome.
And I'm Jock Cranley. You know, Al, there are...
Crowd is on their feet for this team match of hot bomb. If you've got it, get rid of it fast. That's right. Let's do this. Orange is the first with a casualty.
Explosions, bloodshed, overpriced beer. It's America at its best. Arena War. Hello, everyone. I'm Al.
Crowd is on their feet for this team match of hot bomb. If you've got it, get rid of it fast. That's right. Let's do this.
Arena War, Hot Bomb, a favorite and always big in the ratings.
That's right, Al. It's last team standing.
Jock, we're all set to start this match of Hot Bomb. It is exciting. It's not about teams. There's no me and team. Actually, there is. We're about to get this underway. Oh, the orange team loses a comrade. Explosions, bloodshed, overpriced beer. It's America at its best. Arena War. Hello, everyone. I'm Al Jerome.
And I'm Jock Cranley, gearing up for Hot Bomb. You know, Al, I love this game.
So much excitement. It's a team match. Even if you lose, you still have a chance of winning.
I love that. Sort of reminds me of Rehab.
Teammates help each other get rid of the bomb before the time runs out. This might be my favorite match, Speed and Incineration.
Oh, yes. Incineration is the name of the game.
Speaking of incineration...
Jock, we're all set to start this match of Hot Bomb. It is exciting. It's not about teams. There's no me and team. Actually, there is. We're about to get this underway. Let's go! Oh, the orange team loses a comrade first. Nice move.
A standing room only crowd here at Maze Bank Arena.
Oh, yeah. It feels like a fire hazard.
It is a fire hazard. It's Arena War. We turn hazards and carnage into a rating spectacle.
Seconds away from this match of Hot Bomb. The teams are squaring off. Get rid of that bomb before the timer runs down. Almost ready to start. Exterminate! Oh, some nice air. Oh, the orange team loses a comrade.
It's the TV show taking America by storm, Arena War. Hello, everyone. I'm Al Jerome.
And I'm Jock Cranley. You know, Al, there are a lot of people excited about this match.
Mostly our sponsors who love to monetize tragedy.
That's a politician's job.
This is Hot Bomb. Last team standing. If you've got the bomb when the timer runs out, boom!
And if your teammate is in trouble, help him out. Or help yourself out and screw them.
Brought to you by Flow Water. Finally, water has a logo, and hydration is a status symbol. Drink Flow.
Seconds away from this match of Hot Bomb. The teams are squaring off. Get rid of that bomb before the timer runs down. Almost ready to start. Let's go! Orange is a man down. The first one out.
Place is, as they say, crunk.
Whoa, crunk to the max on our sponsor, Sprunk Fuel. I'm Al Jerome with the...
Jock, we're all set to start this match of Hot Bomb. It is exciting. It's not about teams. There's no me and team. Actually, there is. We're about to get this underway. Oh, the orange team loses a comrade for...
A standing room only crowd here at Maze Bank Arena.
Oh, yeah, it feels like a fire hazard.
It is a fire hazard. It's Arena War. We turn hazards and carnage into a rating spectacle you can't turn away from. I'm Al Jerome here with the legend.
Seconds away from this match of Hot Bomb. The teams are squaring off. Get rid of that bomb before the timer runs down. Almost ready to start. Let's go! Orange is the first for the casualty.
A standing room only crowd here at Maze Bank Arena.
Oh, yeah, it feels like a fire hazard.
It is a fire hazard. It's arena war. We turn hazards and...
Jock, we're all set to start this match of Hot Bomb. It is exciting. It's not about teams. There's no me and team. Actually, there is. We're about to get this underway. Orange is a man down.
A standing room only crowd here at Maze Bank Arena.
Oh, yeah, it feels like a fire hazard.
It is a fire hazard. It's arena war.
Jock, we're all set to start this match of Hot Bomb. It is exciting. It's not about teams. There's no me and team. Actually, there is. We're about to get this underway. Here we go! Oh, the orange team loses the combat first.
Place is, as they say, crunk.
Crunk to the max on our sponsor, Sprung Fuel.
Seconds away from this match of Hot Bomb. The teams are squaring off. Get rid of that bomb before the timer runs down. Almost ready to start. Arena War starts now. Orange is the first with a casualty.
place is, as they say, crunk.
Whoa, crunk to the max on our sponsor, Sprung Fuel. I'm Al Jerome with the very famous Jock Crandley.
Well, thanks, Al. I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Crowd is on their feet for this team match of hot bomb. If you've got it, get rid of it fast. That's right. Let's do this. Arena War starts now. Orange is a man down. The first one out.
Place is, as they say, crunk.
Whoa, crunk to the max on our sponsor, Sprung Fuel. I'm Al Jerome with the very...
Crowd is on their feet for this team match of hot bomb. If you've got it, get rid of it fast. That's right. Let's do this.
Excited for this match.
Oh, Carnage, a last team standing competition. Al Jerome with pop star and reality TV celebrity Violet.
Almost ready to start this team match of Carnage.
That's right. Who is going to get the hundos and who's going home humiliated?
Let's do this.
Arena War is back, and tonight we are going to see primal instincts, savagery, and greed come together for another evening's entertainment. Hello, everyone. I'm Al Jerome here with Violet Jordan.
Al, look at...
Welcome to a round of carnage.
Do whatever you gotta do to take out your opponent so your team can win.
That's right, we're almost ready. Here we go! And a member of the orange team is out.
Arena War is back, and tonight we are going to see primal instincts, savagery, and greed come together for another evening's entertainment.
Welcome to a round of carnage.
Do whatever you gotta do to take out your opponent so your team can win.
That's right, we're almost ready. First casualty for the orange team.
Excited for this match.
Oh, carnage! A last team standing competition. Al Jerome with Popstar.
Almost ready to start this team match of carnage.
That's right. Who is gonna get the hundos and who is going home humiliated?
Let's do this. Let's go! And a member of the orange team is out.
on Arena War. Hello, everyone. I'm Al Jerome with the lovely and talented Violet Jordan.
Thank you, Al, baby. We are preparing for an incredible team match of Carnage.
It's a...
The crowd are on their feet as we begin this match.
It's a team competition of Carnage. You've got to kill everyone in a blind rage.
That's right. Let's get this started. Exterminate! First casualty for the Orange team.
Excited for this match.
Oh, Carnage, a last team standing competition. Al Jerome with pop star and reality TV celebrity Violet Jordan.
That's me, and this crowd is ecstatic, Al. They are ready for some blood, and these teams are ready to get that bread. Cheddar, notes, loot, hula.
That's right.
Almost ready to start this team match of Carnage.
That's right. Who is going to get the hundos and who's going home humiliated?
Let's do this.
Go! The Orange team lost their first team member.
Excited for this match.
Oh, Carnage, a last team standing competition. Al Jerome with pop star.
The crowd are on their feet as we begin this match.
It's a team competition of Carnage. You've got to kill everyone in a blind rage.
That's right. Let's get this started.
excited for this match.
Oh, Carnage, a last team standing competition. Al Jerome with Popstar and Reality.
Welcome to a round of Carnage.
Do whatever you gotta do to take out your opponent so your team can win.
That's right, we're almost ready. Arena War starts now. First casualty for the Orange team.
Arena War is back.
Yes, I'm so excited.
The very talented Violet Jordan sitting in the broadcast booth. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Al.
The crowd are on their feet as we begin this match.
It's a team competition of Carnage. You've got to kill everyone in a blind rage.
That's right, let's get this started. Let's go! And the member of the Orange team is out.
Excited for this match.
Oh, Carnage, a last team standing competition. Al Jerome with Popstar and reality TV celebrity.
The crowd are on their feet as we begin this match.
It's a team competition of Carnage. You've got to kill everyone in a blind rage.
That's right, let's get this started. Casualty for the Orange team.
I am currently voyaging in the Proto-Galaxy. Please disclose your coordinates and I will attempt to contact in the next meridian.